For many years of our lives, we have been told that expressing our emotions is a sign of weakness. However, when we grow up, there comes a moment, there's a period of time where suddenly these emotions are suppressed. Hi, and blessings to all of you. My name is Josh. I'm one of the ministers here at King Jesus Ministries. And today I'll be teaching you on allowing kids to express their emotions. Why are emotions so important? Number one, because emotions, they serve a purpose. Number two, emotions happen to us. And number three, emotions help us connect. Why are emotions so important? I want to go to James 1. 19 through 20, and it says the following: Understand this, my beloved brothers and sisters. Let everyone be quick to hear. I'm reading from the Amplified Version. It says, be quick to hear. Be a careful, thoughtful listener, slow to speak, a speaker of careful chosen words, and slow to anger, patient, reflective, forgiving. For the resentful, deep-seated anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God, the standard of behavior which he requires from us. So what the Bible is teaching us is that we have to be quick to listen. So whenever it happened to me as a kid, and this is why this is it hits home, it hits very close to my heart, because growing up, maybe trying to express myself, I'm the middle of child. I have a little brother, and then I have an older sister. And because she was older, and unfortunately, she was special needs, then having a little brother, maybe all the attention was to my sister, then the attention was to my little brother. And I'm not saying that there wasn't any attention to me, but as a child, what I registered was all the attention is to her, and all the attention is to him. Therefore, I have to fend for myself. So there came a moment that I would try to express myself one way or another. I would begin to register that I wasn't important because it was, I need to tend to your brother. I need to tend to your sister. And so for so many years, I would suppress my emotions, suppress what I would feel. So it's very important, parents. You might see them one way. You might see that their actions are not the same. You might see that their attitude, their behavior is not the same, or is not typical as it usually is. Well, he or she is telling you something is going on. Be attentive. Exactly what it says. Be attentive. You have to understand that this attitude that they're taking is not just because they want to have a bad attitude. Maybe there is something that they're trying to get off their chest, but no one at home is listening. Maybe because mom and dad are busy working, the cares of life, maybe school, so many other things. And you are that one person. You are like that lifeguard that has exactly what the child needs. So we have to be attentive to this. So when we are quick to listen to them, one of the main things that we have to understand is don't ask why. When you ask why, there's like a sense of guilt that comes into the life of the child. Rather, what we have to ask is, what led you to feel this way? The moment you ask them what led you to feel this way, what you're doing is an invitation for them to begin to speak to you. What are some of these emotions that we need to, I guess you could say, focus on? What are some of these emotions that we need to help our kids express? I'm gonna name 8 of them right now. Number 1 is anger. Number 2, shame. Number 3, guilt. Number 4 is fear. Number 5 is loneliness. Number 6 is sadness. 7 is hurt, and 8 is joy. I'm gonna give you a very quick example, something that happened to us. Not too long ago, we were, my wife and our 3 boys, we were planning the end of the year, what we wanted to do. All of us were saying different things. And what I mentioned was, boys, this year, I don't want to fly anywhere. I would like to stay either here at home, or maybe just take a little trip to Orlando, Naples, if we have family in Naples, or Cape Coral, or just something a little different rather than just flying out. And one of my sons, our second one, he expressed that he wanted to go to Hawaii. And so when I mentioned, guys, this year I don't want to fly, what he registered was, Papi is not taking me to Hawaii. However, I didn't mention not going to Hawaii. So what he began to do is that he began to cry, and he was a little uncomfortable for the moment. So we let him cry. We let him express himself. But mind you, if I would have told him, why are you crying? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Immediately he would have shut down, and he wouldn't be able to express himself freely. So what we did was that my wife went ahead, she grabbed him, let him cry, and I said, okay, what did you hear? Oh, that you're not taking me to Hawaii. And I said, well, Papi, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, this year, I would like to stay here at home, but eventually we will go to Hawaii. And I mean, his world changed completely right after that. So you see, so one of the most important thing, parents and teachers, is not always what we say, rather is how we say things. And so once again, one of the things that we have to understand is that what our children register can have either a current impact or a future impact. And the thing is that many times we won't even know this until they are way advanced in age. Going back to a couple of points, again, one of the best ways to allow our kids to express themselves is by parents and teachers being effective listeners. When you're an effective listener, listen, you are telling your child, I trust you and you could trust me. I know, it could be very uncomfortable. It could be something that you don't want to talk about, but guess what? I'd rather be uncomfortable and have my children be very comfortable than me be quote unquote comfortable. They're suppressing their emotions, they're suppressing what they feel, and then they go elsewhere, and the world is the one that takes a grasp of them instead of the Lord. Again, such a big class. I'll be bringing 2 parts to you. This is the first one. This is just a very general. And the next class, I'll be teaching you how we're going to, I guess you could say, initiate the conversation on how we could go ahead and the proper steps, I guess you could say, to have our kids go ahead and express themselves. So if you like what you hear, if you like what you see today, and you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. So with that being said, thank you guys for connecting very much, and I'll see you next time. God bless.